Man United went to the Molineux, scored 4 goals, controlled their moments, and came away with an important win. There were clear individual moments, better in-game management, and some much-needed confidence restored across the team. Here are the 5 main things we learned from that performance. Ayden Heaven's breakout performance. Starting with Ayden Heaven, this was the most complete performance he's produced since joining United. He came into the game after a tough outing against West Ham where he's picked up an early yellow and was taken off at halftime. For a 19-year-old, that can be easily damaging in terms of confidence. Instead, he put in a composed, controlled display at the Molineux. Heaven finished with 49 touches, 100% pass accuracy, and won every single ground and aerial duel he contested. United were missing De Ligt and played with a makeshift defense, yet Heaven looked comfortable in every phase of play. He didn't hide the ball, he stepped forward when needed, and he made decisions that were good throughout. Even on Wolves' equaliser, he wasn't at fault. It was simply an unfortunate moment. This performance gives Amorim a real option. Heaven showed that he can be trusted, not just as a young talent filling in temporarily, but as someone who can contribute in meaningful minutes. It was a very encouraging step up for his development. Amorim's halftime management and growing match control. One of the more positive signs from this game was Ruben Amorim's influence at halftime. Wolves scored right before the break, which usually shifts the momentum and puts United in a difficult position. Earlier in the season, United have struggled in second halves, but in this match, the response after halftime was clear. United came out more organized, moved the ball with more structure, and pressed with better coordination. Amorim clearly addressed the issues from the first half, and the players reacted to that adjustments. We also saw better squad management. Mbeumo finally got minutes, something fans have been calling out for. He came on for the last 20 minutes and received a strong reaction from the away end. Meanwhile, Scoresheet wasn't rushed, which is sensible given his age. This is the type of in-game progression United need. It's not perfect yet, but there are signs that the manager is learning how to influence matches more effectively as they unfold. Cunha's lively return to Molineux. Matheus Cunha produced one of his most effective performances of the season, and it came against his former club. He assisted Bruno Fernandes, his opener, with a well-weighted pass, with constantly asking questions of the Wolves' defence. He nearly scored early on, denied by a clearance on the line, and came close again with a header that was deflected onto the roof of the net. What stood out was his involvement in build-up and his willingness to commit defenders. It's the type of game that can help shift momentum in a player's season. He's had a quieter start than expected, but this display showed more sharpness and confidence. If he can build on this, he adds another dimension to United's attack. Bruno Fernandes is back on the scoring sheet. Bruno Fernandes finally returned to scoring, and it was a straightforward, necessary step for him. He's been playing deeper this season, which has naturally reduced his output in terms of goals. He's still been creating. For example, he has 4 assists last month, but the goal drought was noticeable. His last goal was in September against Chelsea when he hit his 100th goal for the club. Against Wolves, he opened the scoring and later added another. Both finishes were calm and well placed. More importantly, he contributed in both directions. From deeper areas, he helped progress play, and when he had opportunities to get forward, he made them count. There's no need to exaggerate anything here. He simply had a productive, effective game. Ending the drought helps take pressure off and should give him a more balanced rhythm in the coming fixtures. Mount and Mbeumo regained rhythm. 2 players who needed a positive performance got exactly that in Mount and Mbeumo. Mason Mount has had a very inconsistent time at United due to injuries and uncertainty about his role. This season, he has finally managed a more consistent run of fitness, and you can see the difference. He scored his 3rd goal of the season with a composed finish and contributed well in possession. Nothing flashy, but steady and reliable. Mbeumo, meanwhile, has been one of United's standout players this season, but had a quieter month in November. He returned to form here with a well-timed run into Dalot's pass to restore United's lead. He wasn't at his explosive best, but he didn't need to be. He took the key moment well and continued his strong personal record against Wolves. Now 4 goals in 7 meetings. Both players finding rhythm at the same time gives United more balance going forward. So those are the 5 main things we learned from United's 4-1 win at the Molineux. A breakout performance from Ayden Heaven, improved halftime structure from Amorim, a strong return to Molineux for Cunha, Bruno back on the score sheet, and important contributions from Mount and Mbeumo. Let me know in the comments which of these stood out to you the most. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.